Hey guys, this is Danny Boy. This time around we have the Talon. The Talon is essentially a shotgun pistol. It shoots out a barrage of pellets rather than bullets. To compare it to the Predator, you can see it is quite heavy for a pistol. It has low capacity, low fire rate, does a lot of damage, one of the hardest hitting pistols in the game, and it has good accuracy. To compare it to the Katana, you can see that they weigh about the same. The Talon has greater capacity, greater fire rate, does more damage, and is more accurate than the Katana. So some things to keep in mind. Also, you can scope this weapon, which would make it the only shotgun in the game that can be scoped, because it takes pistol mods. But anyway, let us fire it from the hip, and this weapon's bullets disappear, so I'll have to just look at everything rather than comparing it side by side as I usually do. But as you can see, you can certainly get center mass shots at point-blank range with this weapon, but we were missing 2 of our 6 pellets on the head. Let's see if sights make a difference. They do. At point-blank range, it really is much better to aim for the head and to fire down the sights, actually, because of this weapon's spread, which is kind of unusual for a pistol, or rather for a shotgun. Most shotguns are pretty accurate at point-blank range from the hip. Let us carry on to short range. And yes, at short range, we are already beyond the realm of headshots from the hip. You can still go for center mass, but we are missing shots there as well. Check the sights. Sights is definitely far more accurate for the head and for center mass. However, we are, again, missing 3 of our 6 shots on the head. So even at short range, this weapon's spread is really a problem. You might want to just go for center mass at short range to ensure that all the pellets actually hit. Headshots are doable, but they're at half effectiveness even at short range. So let's try mid-range. Mid-range really is beyond this weapon's effective accuracy. We're hitting with maybe 3 of the pellets of the 12 that we fired. See if the sights are any better. It's alright, I suppose. We're still getting some shots on the head. Let's see if that was more of a fluke. Yeah, it seemed it was, really. Headshots are not consistent. You can see we only hit with maybe 1 pellet of the 6 here. They're not consistent, so at mid-range, I'd probably aim down the sights and go for center mass, and I wouldn't really bother with the hip. At mid-range, let us try mid to long. It also does have a substantial kick between shots. Hip is not happening at mid to long range. Let's see if the sights are any better. Not really. Mid to long range is really beyond this weapon's effective accuracy. It is not a long-range shotgun like the Grawl Spike Thrower or the Geth Plasma Shotgun or even the Crusader. So keep that in mind. Now hip at long range. Not good. And now the sights at long range. And not good. So really, with just the sights, this is a mid-range weapon. It really does not go beyond mid-range to mid to long or long range. But let us now try adding a scope, and I personally am very interested to see how this affects the weapon. So point blank. Well, it definitely is an improvement over the sights, but even with just the sights at point-blank range, you would be doing just fine for headshots. Now let's try short range. Not great. Not a huge improvement over the sights. Let's see. Have a second go at it. Still not great over the sights. We're really not getting that many more projectiles as headshots at short range when you throw in a scope. Disappointing. So this is now mid-range. Headshots are still problematic at mid-range. Body shots really aren't much better than the sights, I would say. Let's try mid to long range. See if this has increased its effective range. Well, headshots are certainly not doable. Really not very good. Of 12 pellets, or actually no, of 6 pellets, looks like 3 of them hit, and I'd say 2 of those 3 were actually from our headshot and were low. Let's try long range. Not terrible, but again, not great, and I'm not sure... I mean, I guess it is an improvement over the sights, but nothing spectacular. Alright guys, well this was the Talon. You get it, and I'm mentioning this here because it's easy to miss. You get it on a mission on the Citadel, and it's really easy to miss, so you'll have to keep your eyes open, and if you do miss it, you can't buy it later, so there's something to keep in mind. Look on the Mass Effect wiki if you want to know exactly where it is found, but I just didn't want to spoil it for you here. And this weapon it's a shotgun pistol. You want to use it... Really, you don't want to fire this weapon from the hip, really. You generally want to sight this weapon, even at point-blank range. At point-blank, you want to sight it and aim for the head. At short range, you can go for headshots with the sights or the scope, but you're going to be missing 3 of your 6 shots in a round because it shoots 6 pellets. And short range, it really might be better just to go for center mass to ensure that all the pellets hit. Mid-range, really you want to go for center mass, either with the sights or the scope. You don't really want to go for the head there. And beyond that, it's really not that effective. You can go for center mass shots at longer ranges, especially, say, if you throw cover into the mix there. But it's not terribly effective, and the scope really doesn't make a huge difference, which I find disappointing. I was hoping that it would make this weapon really effective at longer ranges, but it doesn't make a huge difference. So thanks, guys, for watching. This was my last target practice video, at least for the time being, until certain weapons are made as DLC. The Valkyrie comes to mind. The Indra, I believe, sniper rifle. Once those are DLC, I will, and hopefully they will be, I'll be making target practice videos for them as well, and hopefully other weapons will come out eventually. But, again, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more, hopefully in the near future, and have a good one.